Whoa, Big Bass first live, man. Let me put my banner up here. Whoa. We up in here, man. Big Bass first live stream show going down. Let me see. Hit some of the fellas up, get them up in here. What's up, family? Just introducing everything. Let me get this chat going. Get this thing going. Yeah. Let me see here. Over here, I'm feeling like lead attorney. I'm over here struggle streaming. Bam. All right. Yeah. So what's up, family? In here in the studio today, putting together some stuff, doing some work for some commercials. I'm supposed to be actually working on this ACA music. Almost there. Tried to hit my man Richie Mack up and see what's popping with him, but definitely got some things going on. Also, was waiting on one of the brothers to hit me, like TaylorMade or Big Boss. I had some things coming up, but I wanted to share my screen. It was a video I seen, right, of Austin Holleman, and kind of like let me put this up. Let me share this screen real quick, man. Let me share screen. Let's do this. I want to kind of share that video because I thought it was pretty cool, man. I enjoyed it actually. And let's do this. Yeah.
Since day one, we are leaving DFW Airport, digital nomad. Next step is Qatar, or Qatar, however you pronounce it, but that's the next step to the Middle East.
Okay, let me check this right quick, because commercials, of course, I'm struggle ducking right here, but we're going to get it right.
It's Austin, I'm in DFW on the way to Thailand, but we're stopping in Doma, Qatar, Qatar, however you say it, the Middle Eastern country. And I want to address some things that people have some issues or hard time watching my content because I use strong language or I use very intense words as far as profanity. Why do I use strong language? And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not doing it to be offensive. That's just the way I am. I'm not rude in person. I just choose the strong, offensive words.
I'm going to stop it right there. And the reason why I'm showing this is because, you know, a lot of times, whenever you're doing live streams or, you know, music, or you like on these panels and you talking, a lot of times you want to express yourself. And I know you got to have decorum. You got to have some sense of, you got to be able to articulate yourself. And a lot of times us, you know, we just want to kind of like just put it out there, you know. But I like what he was expressing when I was watching this video. I was like, man, you know what? I want to share this on my opening on my live stream so I can kind of like make a point because I'm going somewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all follow me.
Even on purpose. That's just what I choose. That's just naturally how I speak. I do not have to use profanity as much as I do, but I choose to because I don't give a fuck. I thought about why do I use strong language? If you're using strong language enhances what you're saying. An example, I could just tell you, oh, shut up. But if I say, oh, shut the fuck up, that grabs your attention. That enhances how bad I want you to shut up. I do have the habit of not caring about other people's feelings. For example, there was a time that a chick flaked on me in the States and she tried to play that game with her comeback, you know, maybe a week later, like nothing happened. And she was kind of just wondering why was I, which my energy had changed, like I didn't want her to talk to me. And I said, that's because you're fucking worthless. I could have said you don't really serve a purpose with me, but I didn't choose to say that. I said that you're worthless. It may have hurt her feelings. I don't give a damn. I mean, it didn't hurt my feelings when you flaked, but most people, it probably would have hurt their feelings. Somebody that actually gave a damn. So you come back, I don't give a fuck about your feelings either. You're worthless. I fucking said it. And I actually recommend guys be like me. because people do not respect you until you start showing your ass. Now,
Ah, true enough, true enough. Now, when you start speaking a certain type of way, now you gotta think about it. I do YouTube kind of, YouTube drops, YouTube music, and damn, I don't know why I paused him on his eyes like that, man. Pause. We gonna
that does not
unpause your
mean
eyes. I don't like your eyes being paused like that. But once again, you got to be able to, express yourself in a certain way. And I like the way he kind of like brought that out, brought attention to that because, a lot of times us as black men, we kind of like hold back, but we don't hold back on each other, but we hold back in terms of like trying to express ourselves. So with me, I do it on the music. What's happening, Los D? Uh, 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 yeah. So, and I'm hey, BNZ Network. What up? What up? What up? Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you, man, because I was checking it out right before I was gonna go live, and I'm just like, man, you know what? That's awesome. The message that he put up. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I want to kind of continue just a little bit. I'm not gonna go too far into it because I want to get to what I actually came here for. You dig? So let's go on and roll it
go
out.
around showing your ass, but show people that you don't care, that you don't have empathy for them either. The same way they do with you. You flake on me, I'm blocking your ass. You're not getting a second chance. But what happens when you're not like me and you give them a second chance? The motherfucker probably flakes again. Stop having empathy for people. Sympathy, whatever it is, I don't care. Stop doing it. Stop caring about other people's feelings. I can't help but not use strong language. That's just me. But I'm about to go get something to eat. I'll see you on the next clip. And I want to say this too about using strong language or words that have a stronger meaning than using a basic word. Like I can say, oh, the women in Brazil know how to treat men or they're raised to treat men better. But if I say the women in Brazil are trained to treat a man better, that has a stronger meaning behind it. It'll have a bigger impact on somebody's mind. I said that in one of my TikTok videos, and the dude says, bro, I think trained is a bad choice of words. And I said, thanks for understanding, but let's stop worrying about what the words sound like and let's worry about what they actually mean. You know what I mean? People are worried about what stuff sounds like and not actually listening to the definition. The definition of trained is having been taught a particular skill or type of behavior through practice and instruction for a period of time. So yes, they are trained differently. It's just like whenever we say cooperative versus control. If you say cooperative to an American woman, she hears control. That sounds like control. I don't give a fuck what it sounds like. Is that what it means? Control and cooperate do not mean the same thing. An example, Russia wants to control Ukraine, not make Ukraine cooperate. That's not the same thing. So worry about what the word actually means and quit worrying about what it sounds like.
Okay, bam. Like he talking about train, right? And I'm getting to a point. So follow me, follow me. Don't get lost. But what I'm saying is like when you saying train, he's talking like, a lot of people are, are kind of like trained in a way to kind of like behave or trained in a way to talk or trained in a way, you know, and the guy that sent him the email back was just, just speaking about his conjecture or the words he was using in terms of what he was talking about in terms of his live stream. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I'm trying to get to is this. I'm gonna exit out of this, right? Bam. Let's exit out. So this is what I want to go to. Bam. Right? And this is something this brother was saying. And this was the last live he did, right? I'm not gonna stay too much on this, but he said something that kind of like made me think, and I was just like, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but still in all, it is what it is, and it's a learning lesson, and everything. So I just want y'all to peep this out, right? All right.
Be clear and point this out, right? Because it's not hypocrisy, but I will say this: what's interesting is you've had people in the past who have made that argument that if you're not wanted, not leave and go somewhere else and build. If you feel like that's a better route, you just made a statement and said, why don't we take our resources and go elsewhere? I've heard that's a big no-no when it comes to the FBA movement, simply because their ancestors bled and died in this land, and they have a right to this land. So we're not giving up this land. We're not giving up this territory. I will say this though. I will say, if Black people ever decide to get up and walk away out this country, people would pay to keep you to stay here. That's how powerful our presence is in this country. If Black people were to ever get up and decide to leave, the country's economy will fall apart. They can't afford to allow that to happen. Somebody has to be at the bottom. Who's going to pick the bottom spot? If we had to choose, we have Asians, Hispanics, we have Indians, you have Blacks, you have whites, right? These are the top 5. Someone has to be at the bottom. Who's going to give up their spot?
You misconstrued the statement I said. When I say build otherwhere, that doesn't mean leave here. That means build other places that you can have. Like, for example, I'm from New Jersey, right?
Right.
I own property in New Jersey, but I also own a condo in Miami. When I want to get away from the madness that happens in New Jersey, I go to Miami. I teach people about how to own property out of the state, because when the lockdown happened, you couldn't do nothing in New Jersey.
Right.
But in Miami, they was allowing you to do whatever you wanted to do. That's the same thing I preach to other people. And the reason why I say don't leave completely the United States is because the United States is going to be the number 1 country for a long time. I don't care what anybody said. For a long time, because it's so far ahead because of all the free labor. No other country is ever going to be able to catch back up with the United States. It's
so let me ask you.
So far ahead.
So let me ask you about this. So everybody on the panel who's on here right now, if you could say the top 3 things that Black Americans we all need to do to start going in the right direction, what are the solutions? I'm a problem solver.
Yep.
And so because I'm a problem solver, I look at things from a very, very strategical standpoint.
I'm gonna stop right there, because this next point he finna make is finna be the setup. And this the driving conversation that really had me thinking when he made this comment, because I believe that we all brothers. You know, we want to believe that we all brothers and we all trying to come together for the same common good or the common cause. And a lot of times when you're dealing with someone that's from a whole different region, a whole different country, a whole different culture, a whole different upbringing, then a lot of times you don't get it. You come here with your own thoughts and your own premonitions, your own understanding of someone else. And what the next statement he's gonna make, it's gonna prove my point, because he's talking about being a problem. You know, we talking about problem solving. We talking about solving problems. So check this out.
I don't put non-controlling factors into my solutions to solve the problem. I can't control what white America decides they want to do. I can't control politics.
Fact.
So now knowing that, understanding that, I look at the entire problem without even factoring them in as a variable.
Fact.
And so because of that, give me 3 solutions that Black Americans that we can do that won't require the help of politicians, that won't require the help of white America, and won't require the help of reparations. If those
Now he say won't require the help of reparations, right? And I'm not turning this into a political show. I just had to. What up, raise? I just had to kind of like address this, man. Like the very things that he talking about in terms of like solutions or solving something, it got to come from reparations. How do you give someone else that's not from this country, like say for instance Ukrainians, say for instance Afghanistans, let's say for instance Asians, you know, you give all of these people a form of reparations, but in your solving, in terms of he talking about solving a problem in Black America, in foundational Black America, he talking about take reparations out of it, take government assistance out of it. Well, government assistance is the very thing that kept us in bondage, that kept us, that they are responsible for it, then they have to pay. You know what I'm saying? They have to pay. Let me hit you with this real quick.
And you done showed the citizens of America that y'all is not for the citizens of America. Y'all is using these people for y'all own fucking agenda. Because they done worked in this country all their lives. And all you could find to get them when this damn COVID broke out was a $1,400 check. And you taking billions of dollars, sending over there to another country that ain't did a damn thing in this country for these people. These people in this country have worked for y'all motherfucking asses. Not them over there. And y'all want us to feel sorry for them over there and y'all ain't giving a damn about us over here? We want to get the fuck away from y'all.
Yeah, so, but that's my tirade off of that. I want to go into something, man, because a lot of people's asking like, man, you was with Deb and them back in the day? Yeah. I was with Deb and them back in the day, and I'm just going to show you a little short clip on. Let me hit this. Boom. Let's go to it. Boom. Share. Boom. Let's make it big. Boom. Yeah. So in this video, and I'm not going to turn it up because I don't want to, I don't want to want them said coming after. But this the video, one of the videos I did anyway. I did a couple of videos with Dev in it. But here it is. Boom, boom, boom. I'm bam right there. Who was that cat right there? Who was that cat right there? That's Dev. So yeah. This is like, I want to say this like 6, maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Might be longer than that. Might be 8 years ago. Yeah, we did this video. So there it is right there. It's called Should Have. So if you want to go to check it out, and there's some other stuff I did, but I don't really just mention it because it don't mean anything. Let me go to boom. I was gonna like put y'all up on the screen right here. Let me see. Bam. Come right here and go over here. And I'll come back to that later in a minute. I'll come back to that. I got my Astros on. The Astros in the World Series. What up, Razor Rays? Let me get to the chat. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Fly boy way up in here. Fly boy, you see? Yeah, I had to go back to that video because it just messed with my, I had to. I just had to go back to that video because it messed me up after I thought about it. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But once again, let me get to this. Let me go back to this real quick. And I want to kind of like, let me remove this here. Let me add this real quick. Let me go back to this video. Cause we got my boy, we got Fly Boy up in here. And I want to like, okay. Bam.
Those things are absolute no. I would love for a president to come and say, hey, y'all, listen, all due respect, we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I want Baz to take that. Wait, I want Baz to take that. Baz, he has a question.
How do you take take reparations out of it?
Wait.
No, I'm finna answer his question. But I'm saying,
hold up. And Richie Mack had to stop me. Where Richie Mack at? Richie Mack had to stop me. Because a lot of times we don't understand. When you really not from here, you don't understand. And when you don't understand, you're gonna come with something that sounds good. It may sound good, it may sound intelligent, but it's not correct.
Because at the end he said without reparations. Because I'm saying,
because we're never gonna get it, and it's something.
No. That is your mentality. Right. That is your mentality, Richie. All right, that may be. This is what I'm saying. That may be his mentality. That may be your mentality. Okay. Because at some point, okay, let's go back a little bit. 400 years ago, we was in slavery, correct?
Yeah, but wait, real quick.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I?
Let me answer.
One lady saying something.
Go ahead, Gail.
Yeah, I wanted to answer Nathan's question because I also have to run. Nathan asked for 3 things, 3 solutions that Black people can do, right, Nathan? That's what you said?
Correct.
I would say put more emphasis on 2-parent households and taking our kids out to the public school system and homeschooling them. There's even homeschool channels on YouTube that you can watch that not as liberal. So your kids won't learn about, the rainbow and all the agendas that they're trying to push. So that's number 1 that I would say. Number 2, Nathan mentioned it earlier, focus on our budget, focus on where we put our money.
Let me go back to this. I want to answer something Gail put in the chat real quick. And I love Gail. In Nathan's defense, he grew up here and served over 10 years in the police force in GA, right? No problem. He grew up here for 10 years. But the thing about it is my people been here over hundreds of years. They've been here over hundreds of years in this country, right? So for him to project, because that's a projection, what he's saying, it's almost like saying what I was going to tell Richie toward the end. It's like, okay, we've been in slavery 400 years. And at some point, there were some people that were slaves or that was in, that were in the group saying, we'll never be free. We'll never be free. We'll never come out of slavery. But at some point, we came out of slavery. And even somewhere deeper inside the chat, he asked me, did you know that white people helped us or freed us? And that wasn't true. So that's another point, we was making. So, yeah, but his parents may not, let me see. Yes, but his parents may not have. So he doesn't seem to understand that 60 years ago, Black Americans couldn't even sleep overnight in South Beach, Miami. Celebrities like Marvin Gaye, Anita Baker, etc. Correct. You gotta go further back. You gotta go further back when it comes to our history. You know what I'm saying? So, true enough, I'm not taking away from the brother. Like, he's a good brother. He may be a good brother. He may have good intentions. But it's like me going to a foreign country and speaking on, like I'm in the Dominican Republic. 10 years I'm in the Dominican Republic, and I'm speaking on Dominican politics or Dominican, whatever it is they're going through, or Haiti for that matter. So if I'm in Haiti and I'm speaking on something going on in Haiti, they would look at me like, okay, what makes your opinion, even if I've read up history, because you have people like Tariq Nasheed did movies about Haiti, but he's not a representative in terms of like speaking for those people in their history and what they're doing in their country. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Nathan can speak for me in that sense, because his roots, his bones is not made in his country. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that he can't help in the fight. I'm just saying that a lot of the things that we speaking on something totally different. We talking about reparations is not a handout. It's not your hand being out. Reparations is the same thing they giving the Ukrainians when they come here, Afghanistanians, immigrants coming across the border. That's what we were talking about. So all of this right now that we talking about in terms of like politics, the elections are coming up. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to shame us into voting, Black men. So they pinning Black men and Black women against each other, right? So when they pin us against each other, it's something at stake. You got Barack Obama coming out talking about Pookies. He's been making these remarks a long time ago, talking about Pookies, Barack Obama. I wish I'd have had that queued up, but in retrospect, let me put some of this, boom. All right, there's a big difference in learning history and experiencing it. Correct. 1,000%. 1,000%. He learned the same history as the kids he grew up with here in the US. He didn't just come here 10 years ago. Yeah, exactly. He learned it, but he didn't learn it from the people. I learned my history from my people. I didn't just go to school and learn history, because the history they give you in school is not the same history you get at home. And that's the problem with us today. We allow our children to go to school and get an education. You see, they trying to take critical race theory. They talking about critical race theory because they don't want your children to know history. They're trying to wipe clean history. So you bring brothers from another country that don't know anything about our history and our struggle, and they tell us, hey man, y'all need to just be quiet, shut up, and what you need to do is just work, man, pray. You know, symbolism. That's what they keep pushing us. Symbolism. You know, Barack Obama, he was good, but that's symbolism. We don't want symbolism. We want tangibles, just like they gave tangibles to the Ukrainians, just like they giving tangibles to the immigrants that come here. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't about what job he had or where he come from. It's about what his mission. What is he speaking toward? He's not speaking toward where he come from. He's not speaking toward or speaking about where he come from. He's speaking about what's going on with us. So that's crazy, because if it was a reparations, if something like that, I don't even think he can get reparations. I don't even think he qualified for reparations, because he probably know that. But I'm just saying, these are the certain games, these are the certain things that are happening, and these are the discussions that we're having when it comes to that. Now, a lot of people might say, man, Baz, you should shut up and rap. You know what I'm saying? That's no more than them telling LeBron James to shut up and dribble. You dig what I'm saying? So it's about tangibles. It's in my heart. It's embedded in me to kind of like speak for the people that came before me. You know what I'm saying? And speak for the people who can't really speak, you know? And that's what it's about. Like this brother, no tangibles, no vote. Cut the check. You damn right. Cut the check. So it's no surprise you got people like Kanye West speaking about things that's going on in other communities. And you know what communities I'm talking about. It's no surprise. It's no surprise that you got these type of individual history in the books is nowhere near the same as having family members who went through it, because they aren't going to pull it up. Exactly. Correct. They're not going to pull it up. They're not going to show you. It's nothing like having that direct information from your people. Matter of fact, let me show you. Matter of fact, brothers be talking all that talk. Where's your Jews? Where's your Jews? I ain't talking about jewelry, I ain't talking about gold. I'm talking about your books. Where's your books? Where's your collection? Where's your knowledge? Where's your knowledge at? Where's your books? Because I read. You know, I did time. I was locked up over 18 years. But check this out. Over 18 years, I read well over 20,000 books. I read about 100 books, maybe 100 books, a couple months, in 2 months. So think about it. 18 years, I read I'm telling you, I averaged over no less than 20,000 books, might be more, over a course of 18 years. So I'm just telling you, knowledge, you gotta be knowledgeable about where you come from. And you gotta be knowledgeable about politics. I never really cared about politics. Never gave a damn about politics. He said he does not qualify for reparations. He's not ADOS or FBA, but he's willing to work with us instead against us. Well, the comment he made, that wasn't for us when he was saying about the reparations, because if you know anything about government, the government issued that out. The government is the very people that create the laws and create the boundaries in terms of giving out. Okay, if that's the case, check this out. Why no one is speaking, you know, up in terms of like when they gave the Asians their hate crime bill? No one was speaking up. No one said anything. But all of a sudden, in this space, in this situation, you know, you got people, when we start speaking up and saying, okay, we want reparations, then, you know, everyone come out the woodworks. Everybody become philosophers. Jamil around the world. My mother was 8 years old in 1964 when she got her civil rights. Put that in perspective. Yeah. Put that in perspective. Okay. I also believe in finding a solution. Finding a solution is the most important thing. But the issue is people who don't come from the struggle. Exactly. And haven't achieved the level of financial stability or haven't. Okay. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. Let me see. I missed something. Okay. Let me see. I might have missed something. This bad boy swinging fast. But yeah, I didn't intend to really just hang on that, but I want to give y'all a little context. I mean, a little context about me. And like when I was 12 years old, my aunt who served in the military. Her name was Sherry Singleton. You can look it up. It's on YouTube and everything. Stayed in Algiers in New Orleans, Louisiana. You know, her door was kicked in and she was murdered by the police. NOPD. This is facts. This is facts. She was the first Breonna Taylor. If there ever was a Breonna Taylor, she was the first. Or she probably was one among. So I'm not going to say just the first, because there's many women that succumb to these certain situations. The laws that were implemented, government, once again, it's government, because government control law enforcement. We don't control law enforcement. So by him telling us, hey man, you know, we got to come together and we got to do, no, we got to petition. We got to petition government, because government controls that, you know. And if government is controlling it, what can we do? What can we do if we don't address government? And you got to address government. That's why they want us to go out and vote. That's why they're trying to separate woman, black man, and black woman. That's why they're trying to give the power and they're trying to give the prestige to the black woman rather than the black man, so that we can be at odds. Because a black man can't be a leader in his house if he don't have the funds. That's why when welfare and EBT and all that stuff popped off, you couldn't get it if you had a man living with you. So a lot of women, you know, they went along with it because that's the benefit. That's why westernized society the way it is. Let me show you this. That's why you got Pookies and all of these type of guys that's been raised by single mothers, you know, and the majority of the women out here, or basically the majority of women, are being with the same men, pretty much. The same men. Therefore, the passport bros. Therefore, you have to go out and you have to go somewhere else to find what you're looking for. Now, let me show you this. Let me show you this. Now, this brother, this one man, it's one man. He got all of these kids. One man.
14 kids. I think you had 10 last time he was on here.
14 plus.
14 plus?
Yeah.
I take you ain't done, is you?
That's half good. All right.
I look. I'm gonna be real. You gonna be real?
Come on, be real with us.
Nah, I ain't done. I ain't done.
That's what's out there. Let me take them off. Yeah, that's what's out there. So this is what we end up with. We end up with guys like that. All of these different women. One man impregnated all these different women. So what's the solution to that? Hold on one second. Whoop. Let's go in the chat real quick. Boom. We allow votes, but lead the leadership to the people from the culture. Yeah, like basketball players, actors, actresses. Bro is a plantation buck. Hey. If they don't cut the check, then what can we do? Well, we have to stand pat. We have to fight. We can't continue not to be on one accord. If we're not on one accord, then what's gonna happen? We ain't been having nothing. They ain't been giving us nothing. So why keep giving votes for free? Why keep giving free votes? Why keep placing a vote and we get nothing? And these people get everything. They keep using words like minority or people of color, or, you know, they use these trick bag words. Why using these trick bag? Why not black people? Just like they specifically gave something to Asian people, why not black people? Why not foundational black Americans? You go to Dominican Republic, guess what? Taylor May left because they specifically had laws set up for Dominicans. You go to Asia, just like I've been to Asia and I've been over there, they have laws specifically built for Asians. Over there in Thailand, you can't own land in Thailand unless you're married, and she owns 51% and you get 50%. So in the event something go wrong, she got the majority of the collateral. She has the majority. So it's set up for those people in that land to win. If we built this country, if we built this land, why is it not set up for us to win? And why are we not fighting? So, you know, all right, let's see what we got here. All right, boom. Says the solution. I'm interested in knowing whose fault y'all think it is for this man having over 10 children. It's the women's fault. It's the women's fault. It's the women's fault for, come on, it's 14 women. After about the second or the third baby mama, the fourth, the fifth, she got to know that he got children. She got to know that he got other baby mamas. And they know this dude, you know, not to disparage the dude, but he don't look like he's the type of dude that just, okay, I'm just so intelligent where I'm just going to sneak around all of this just to get at other women. Nah, he doing what he doing. The solution is simple: financial freedom, literacy, education, travel and understand your options. Understand you can't save all Black people and surround yourself with like-minded individuals. I think that's part of it. I also think family is a big part of it, because without soldiers, without warriors, without people to fight with you, okay, let's take it for instance. All right, you got brothers in like I knew a brother in Dominican Republic. I used to live over there, right? I was married over there to a Dominican before I got divorced, right? The brother passed away over there. When he passed away, because he didn't have a village around him, the Dominicans took care of him. So all of the things he had in his house, gone. The account he had, the money he had, gone. By the time his people got the results of him passing away, it was too late. Everything of value, everything that he had was pretty much gone. And this is what happened when you're in other countries. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a village around you, a family around you in terms of us, because I'm looking for places where we are. If I go to DR and it ain't us there, and I'm not talking about us in terms of like Dominican Blacks or just Blacks, I'm talking about people that understand me. I'm not gonna stay there. You know, I would consider going to Thailand because there's a community there. You got brothers, if Austin is there, Taylor Made is there, Richie is there, Big Bass can be there, and other people can come there. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only way. You got to have a village. And that's what Charles Tyler was doing. Charles Tyler was preaching the same thing about having a village, like-minded individuals, because you got to have family. You can be one person and go to Colombia like this one brother did and took them people out the building, and they rode by and shot the brother and killed the brother, made the brother rest in power. They killed the brother. But if he had a village around him, they'd have told him, hey man, listen, don't put yourself in that situation. Let's go. Family is like-minded people, correct? I don't want to fight for America. There are other options. Nah, we're not talking about fighting for America. We're just talking about getting what's rightfully yours. If you had $1 million here in America, right? If you had $1 million here in the form of reparations through your people, and they was withholding that, would you leave wherever you are and come back to get it? Would you leave Thailand to come back here to get your $1 million? Or would you stay in Thailand and do what you do? I mean, everybody don't have the same fight. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to pull a Richie Mack. What they say? Oh, correction, enslaved. Oh, okay. What do y'all think Black women here think of y'all for leaving for women of other cultures when they struggle with y'all? They were slaves too. Yeah. Listen, Gail, I understand it wholeheartedly. When I married outside, I felt the I felt the backlash of when I came home. When I came home and I was like introducing my wife and introducing her and going places, I can feel it. And deep down inside, I kind of felt the way. I felt the way. So, I get it. I do. I get it. I get it. I don't want to fight for America. There are other options. Okay. Families like-minded. Okay. You can't build a house on bad soil. Keep a hut that makes money here, or build your mansions around the world. Yeah. Okay. Black elders are so focused on changing the United States, which will most likely never happen. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know what? And it's hard to have these conversations when it's just, you know, when it's outsiders. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you this small clip here.
I went to Brazil, came back and said, F American dating. And if you go there, you'll do the same thing. I didn't care about the woman's bodies, how they look in tight jeans, how they look in spandex, what they call leggings. I didn't care what their hair looked like, their eyelashes. I don't care about their shape, their toes. I don't care about what shoes, what tight dress they can wear. I ain't care about none. I don't care about the attitude, how much they can cook for me, what they can bring to a family. I said, F all of that. I'm going foreign. It was simple like that. Any dude that go to any of these countries that, listen, you gonna leave your wife or girlfriend, or you gonna yearn to get back to that country. Just bottom line. You're not gonna stay there. You're not gonna stay in that relationship, that marriage. You're not gonna stay with that woman using you for money. You're not gonna stay taking women out on dates and they just using 10 different guys to get free meals per day or per week. You're not gonna put up with any of that. You're gonna get your passport and you're gonna bounce.
Yeah. And that's me talking. That's, you know, that's what's happening. That's the movement. That's the movement. Because you got, you know, all of that come from this type of thing right here. All of that comes from this. So what you expect us to do? I mean, when you see that, what does that resonate with? When you see stuff like that's happening, and it's deeper in my family, like I said, I'd have family members killed. I'd have family members murdered by the police. So, you know, much respect to Mr. Nathaniel. I don't, you know, he'd have did a better job by staying a cop. To be honest with you, you know, we need brothers that's gonna stand up for us. You know, because they definitely not standing up for us. And another thing, as far as school, while we talking about school and voting and this and that, the women, especially black women is those are original teachers. Black women were the original teachers. Let me see what's happening in the chat. I understand too. I think black man, woman been together, but not if he has to suffer. A black man can build anywhere. Yeah, fly boy way. Yeah, true enough. Sure enough, is the laws that allow a power trip to occur. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But see, let me show you something. No, let me show you something else. Because a lot of times, pictures are better than words. I can sit here and talk all day. People are just boop boop boop. Let me log off. He ain't talking about nothing. But pictures are worth 1,000 words. While black women are, you know, and this is not, you know, I love my black women. I love them. But the thing about it is while you teaching your child to stay, you know, giving him a proper education about protecting himself, this is what the white woman is doing.
Hey, what's your name? Maverick? That is awesome. How old are you, Maverick? He is 4 years old. Show me what you do with your gun. Do it again. Take the magazine out. Oh, can you put it back in? Perfect. Yeah, get it done.
You see it? You see it? You know, who can argue with that? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, who can argue with that? Let me see something. The only reason Nathan is not a Cosby because an FBA man almost took his life on the interstate, which forced him into medical retirement. Oh, okay. 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 That's a bad deal. That's not a good deal. That's a bad deal. All right. Bam. That's what we need to be doing with our children instead of giving them tablets and iPhones. But that's on us. True. That's on us. That's on us. We're not trying to educate. We're trying to it's almost like it's like putting a titty in his mouth. You know, you want to breastfeed him. You want to continue to breastfeed him and you feminize him. So the way he get out of it, he listen to tough music. So the music make him feel tough, but he don't know what it is to be tough. So he learn about guns, and therefore, there he go. He's out there trying to prove to everybody how tough he is. But yeah, definitely. Just wanted to kind of like share those little tidbits. I'm a music dude, but it's more than just music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of stuff out here that's going on that kind of like make me reflect. I gotta go to New Orleans in a few days to kind of like to bury a 4-year-old. My cousin's 4-year-old passed away, which is a sad thing, but that's life, man. That's life. Big Baz, you're gonna get a visit from Brazil. Yeesh. I just showed him that you referenced this video. It's all good. Please click the like button. Okay. And we got 8 people in the building. Ain't a bunch, but hey man, whoever's in the building, I appreciate it. I salute you. We just trying to get it popping. That's right. That's right. That's right. Salute Big Baz RP. Disco King Mario. Yeah, that's another, hey man. Thank you, Gail. Yes. Let me show I don't know, I might have on my phone. I just can't tap into it on here. Let me see if I can tap into it on here. Because I don't do no cap. No caps. No caps from me. Scholar Deshay Dunn. Oh my goodness, you can't even see this. I tried. But yeah. So 4 years old, she came home from daycare and she caught something from daycare and passed away in her sleep. So, sad story. And yeah. So hug and love on your babies. That's what we need to be doing out here instead of getting, yeah. Salute. Beach Bum. I wanted to play this it's tailor-made, man. I wanted to play this. But we talking about the DR. They doing stuff in the DR. They doing stuff all over, They doing stuff all over. And this is probably a older clip from a sister, right? What they doing now is they tracking sisters. And they're tracking you to kind of like learn your location. And once they learn your location, they kind of like pencil you in. So a lot of sisters are coming up missing. Like in I want to say Tennessee, it was a white guy. He recently got arrested. He had a sister in the basement, and she said he killed a couple of her friends. But that's what they're doing. They tagging you, they finding you, and they trying to kidnap you. I'm gonna show you this real quick. Then I'm gonna bring up one of my guests on here.
All right, so let me tell you how real it is out here. So yesterday I was at Walmart in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and I don't even frequent there. I was there around like 6 o'clock. I left about like 6:45. Got home about like 8:25, right? I had 2 alerts on my phone. I never seen these alerts before. So I'm like, what is this? I sent it to my son. My son tells me, Mom, somebody put a tracker on your car. I'm like, a tracker? So I goes into the Find My app where the actual alerts were, and I click on it. So when I click on it, I see a tracking path that shows that when I was in the Walmart, somebody actually put some type of ear tag on my vehicle that tracked me from Walmart, and then I'm about 35 minutes out. 35 minutes, they followed me to my block and watched me get out my car, unload my packages, go in my house, and then they removed the ear tag off my car and kept going. So now the motherfuckers know where I live at. So of course I did my due diligence, what I needed to do afterwards, with all the authorities, all friends, support staff, whatever, security, all that kind of stuff. But I'm just here to let you guys know that it's so bad that they are actually putting trackers on people's cars, following them home so they can circle back and do who knows what they got planned when they want to come back. But you don't even know that they put the trackers on your car. So when I spoke to Apple today, Apple told me that what you need to do is before you get in your car, go to Find My, check to see if you have any kind of alerts on your car saying anything about an ear tag or any type of unknown accessory that's attached to your car, and call the cops, call family, friends, call somebody, but do not get in your car and let them follow you. And if you do get in your car, let them follow you somewhere where you're going to be safe when you get out, that you are protected. Because other than that, they're going to have your address to where you live, work, or whatever, and you will not even know it. So be very, very, very careful. And I'm surprised that this is actually even happening, because usually I'm aware of what's going on, but I had no idea, me just running into the Walmart, that somebody would put a tracker on my car and follow me home. Fucking crazy. People are desperate out here. They will do anything to survive, and it's really, really, really sad, because the person that I did see when I was at Walmart, he looked like me, which means that he's a brother. And you over here tracking sisters. Something wrong, y'all. But be careful and stay safe. But that is what happened to me yesterday. And it was fucking scary.
Yo, what up, my brother King?
What's going on? What's going on, man? You know?
Ain't nothing. The first live stream, bro. Welcome, welcome.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. Man, I'm sorry I'm not cammed up. I literally just walked in the door from practice, and I actually got a live that I'm doing in about 25 minutes with Tobias. So I'm just trying to grab a quick snack and then get right. And but I definitely wanted to come on and support you on your first live, brother.
And I salute. I'm hard at work. A lot of times I'm in the studio doing a bunch of work. You know what I'm saying? I got beautiful people like Gail at night that help me out, kind of like put me up on game when it comes to this. Because a lot of times I just want to get in, the music is cool. Sometimes I just want to like vent a little bit, speak my mind. But at the same time, it's good to have people like you. And of course, I got your drop. I got some other drops. I got some other stuff going on. I was hoping Taylor May will pop up, but it's okay. We'll catch it on another time. I got a special video for him. So yeah. But I sure appreciate it. I'm gonna check you out when I get off of here. I don't want to stay no longer than an hour. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you, man. Let me tell you though. Once you get rolling on the live streams, those hours go like quick, man. Like sometimes I remember at first, like when I first started doing the live stream, I was like, man, an hour, that's a long time. Now I could be on a live stream, look up, and it's like 2.5 hours, and I'm like, oh, that's not bad.
That's dope. But yeah. I'm getting my feet wet, struggle streaming, as lead attorney would say, struggle streaming. But when you got good help, you know, I'm not gonna say a lot. Like if it wasn't for Gail, it probably would kind of like, you know, she kind of like gave some good tips. And with people like that, with sisters, sisters like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you can't go wrong, you know. And I'm just getting my feet wet. I want to do stuff related to music, but every now and again, you know what I'm saying? I want to jump out the pan and talk about other topics in the world because it's more important things in the world. Now listen, I ain't gonna keep you long, you know, just thinking about going to bury a child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going to bury a child, man, it just makes you really think about how life can, like, you know, take a flip just all of a sudden. So even though, you know, I like to have fun, I like to, you know what I'm saying, do the music and, you know, enjoy life, so to speak. But it's times where, you know, when you see things going on in the world, man, you got to slow down and kind of like address those things and speak life into it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely, I completely agree. I mean, as you mentioned, like with the music, yeah, people want to, enjoy, have a good time and, discuss music and things like that. But there are times where there are things that happen that we just can't ignore and we have to address those issues.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna be jumping off in probably about 3 minutes. And yeah. What time your live starts? I'm gonna jump in. I want to check you out and see what's
Yeah,
popping.
yeah. So Tobias is running a little bit late. I actually was supposed to start it at 9:15, but yeah, so I'm gonna start it at quarter to 10. So in about 15 minutes. Well, yeah, 15 minutes.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Definitely. I'm gonna tune in, man. I'm gonna probably be jetting out of here in a minute. I'm gonna end it right at 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? Keep it copacetic for the first one, anyway. Maybe on the
Yeah,
next.
no, absolutely, man. And and the next time you do one, just let me know. Just let me know, like ahead of time, so I can cam up, man, and do some promo, get some people in here, man. So we can all have a good time and vibe out. Cause you hold us all down, man. Like you did the song for Gail at Night, dope. You did mine, and I have a timeline of when I'm gonna release mine. So man, I can't wait for that one. I can't wait for that one.
Definitely.
Man, yeah. So I know some people behind the scenes have heard it, but and they all love it, man. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
that's a good deal, man. I got some big stuff coming up in the works. And I'm not, you know, I'm not really speaking on it, but I'm just kind of like praying on it, and just I'm gonna let it marinate. But then once it hit, you know, I want all the original people that kind of like support it and kind of like, you know, yeah. So we'll definitely be on that. But
For sure, man. For
yeah,
sure. Yeah. Any content creators that watch this live, definitely hit up Big Bass for an intro for your channel, man. He's a beast with it. He's a beast with it, man.
yeah. And before I go, I'm gonna put this last photo up. It says, brothers, if you intend to be a gangster, then be a real gangster. Meet Robert Smalls, born into slavery, 1839. He stole a Confederate military ship in 1862. He disguised himself as a captain. He outwitted and got past the Confederate guards on the ships through secret codes and hand signs that he stole. He rescued more slaves and their families, and he escaped to freedom. Then he ran for Congress, and he won. Now, what's more gangster than that? So, with that, I'm gonna go on and head out. I appreciate you supporting King of Dreams. Thank you, Gail at Night, for for moderating and being in here with me. And by way of Richie Mack, appreciate you. So maybe we can continue this. Maybe, you know, maybe next week, maybe that week, maybe next week. Because man, I gotta once I go to New Orleans and come back, I gotta recalibrate from all of that, man. There's gonna be a lot of going on. You know how black people are when we go to, you know, when we go to funerals. So
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know, definitely take time to, you know, recalibrate and, you know, get your mind right and all that, man. I know how it goes, brother. I know how it goes, unfortunately.
definitely. And say, bro, I'll be over there at the site in a little bit, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. The Big Bass Life. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get more creative. It's gonna get more crazier, you know. And inshallah, maybe it's gonna grow a whole lot more. So appreciate you. And until next time.